All right, so if you did these in class, then you're not going to see anything new here. It's using the quadratic formula. You have to first figure out A, B, and C. Okay, so can you very quickly tell me the value of each of these, please?
A is 1, B is 11, C is 30.
Perfect. The next thing is to write the formula here. Now, last time we weren't writing out everything because it gets pretty complicated pretty quickly. So I'd like us to just continue doing that here. You're going to substitute the value of B in here. So it's 11 squared minus 4. A is 1 and C is 30. What is 11 squared, Sourish?
11 squared.
Yes. What is 11 times 11?
11 times 11, 121.
121. What is 4 times 30?
120.
Okay, perfect. And this becomes 1. So the reason we do this is because when you write the quadratic formula, I'll write it over here on the right just to remain kind of in context here. The part we just did goes under the square root. So this value of 1 is what goes under the square root here. Okay, so when you're solving this, I recommend doing it this way because it breaks it up into pieces that will be much more manageable here. So I'm just going to move this down. And like I said, we're going to substitute in for the variables. So minus B is 11 plus or minus the square root of 1, because this B squared minus 4AC, that's the value of 1 over 2 times 1. What is the square root of 1?
1.
Okay. Over 2. So again here, like this is where there's 2 problems. You have to do minus 11 plus 1 divided by 2, and then minus 11 minus 1 divided by 2. Can you give me those 2 answers, please?
Yeah. Right, so let me write it down.
Okay.
Okay, I wrote it down.
Okay, but you still got to tell me what is minus 11 plus 1 divided by 2 and minus 11 minus 1 divided by 2. This is,
12.
I'm sorry?
12.
For which one?
Negative 11 plus 1 equals 12.
Okay, but this number is negative, meaning
Oh, wait, subtracting.
it's a number that's less than 0. So the final answer has to be less than 0 or negative.
Negative 10.
Okay, divided by 2.
Divided by 2. 5.
Negative 5. Okay, how about the one on the right here? Negative 11 minus 1.
Negative 12.
Okay. Negative 12 divided by 2. What does that become?
-6.
Perfect. All right, so make sure you get that down before we move on to the next question.
I wrote that down.
Excellent. All right, so the next question is on the screen now. This one is not like the previous ones. The previous ones had a 0 over here on the right. So we want to make it like the previous one. So the additional step here is to add 3 to both sides of the equation. So on the left, it becomes x squared minus 7x plus 3 equals 0. You always want to
Okay.
have it in this form where it's ax squared plus
Okay.
bx plus c equals 0. It has to be written this way.
Okay.
So tell me the values for a, b, and c, please.
A equals -7.
A is the number in front of x squared.
Oh, I'm sorry, but 1.
Okay, and b is -7. How about c?
-7. C equals 3.
Very good. Now, we want to calculate b squared minus 4ac. So whenever b is negative, and it's negative in this case, you want to put it in parentheses. Okay, and then you have 4 times 1 because a is 1 and c is 3. Okay, what is -7 squared? What is -7 times itself? -7 times -7. What is that?
Okay, there we go. Put it down.
Okay, so what is -7 squared?
-49.
49 minus what is 4 times 3?
-12.
Okay, and what is 49 minus 12?
37.
Good. So now we can write the formula for the quadratic formula. It's always the same. Now you have all the values. You have b is -7. So you write negative parentheses -7. And instead of writing b squared minus 4ac under the square root, you just write this number that you found, the square root of 37 over 2 times a, which is 1.
Okay.
So this can be reduced slightly. The negative out in front goes with this negative, so it becomes 7 plus or minus the square root of 37 over 2. Now, this is the final answer, but your instructor really wants you to write it out 2 ways. They want you to write it out as 7 plus the square root of 37 divided by 2, and 7 minus the square root of 37 divided by 2.
Okay, yeah.
Let me know when you get all that down.
Okay, there we go. I got it down. Okay.
All right. So here's the next question. And what is the first thing that we should do to answer this question? We did this in the last problem also.
A is 1, B is 4, and C is -1.
Nope, let's go back and take a look. What was the first thing we did for this problem here?
We add both sides by 3.
And why is that? What did we want on the right-hand side of the equation?
0.
0. So you have to do the same thing here. You can't You can't start assigning A, B, and C until you do that. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So you have x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals 0. A is 1, B is 4, and C is 1. And what I would like you to do next is tell me what is B squared minus 4AC. Go ahead and give me that value, please.
Okay. So for that, it is 1.
You're saying all of this equals 1?
No, 2.
Okay. Do you want to take a moment to work through it on your own, or do you really think that's your final answer?
No, I think we just need to just I think we need to just
So I'm asking you to take the value of
okay.
B.
I think we have to use 4x.
Well, let's go back and look at the previous problem because this one's the same. See, I wrote B squared minus 4AC over here on the right. And then I asked you to take the value of B, put it in for B, 1 for A, and 3 for C. So I'm asking you to do the same thing here. I'm asking you to put 4 in for B, 1 in for A, and 1 in for C. Then tell me the result. Give me the result of this, please.
Okay.
Do you have an answer for me?
-2. Oh
Okay.
no.
What
Okay.
what is the value of B?
The value of B is 1.
No, B is written right over here on the left.
4.
What is
4.
4? 4 squared minus 4.
1.
A is 1 and C is
1.
okay. What is 4 squared?
8. I mean,
Nope.
16.
16. What is 4 times 1 times 1?
4 times 1 times 1. 4 times 1 times 1. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me just write that down for a minute. Then I'll be caught up. Okay, and and you're saying 4 and 1. It's 4.
Okay. What is 16 minus 4?
12.
Okay, very good. Now I'm going to write the quadratic formula. Okay. What is the value of B?
The value of B 4.
Okay, so it's -4 plus or minus. Now, instead of writing B squared minus 4AC, you're going to use this value right here, the square root of 12. See how B squared minus 4AC, we calculated that value there. What is the value of A?
1. Oh, wait.
Yes, A is 1.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's 1. So it's 2, 1, and then you just have to just add by 12 and subtract by 12.
Unfortunately, this is not a perfect square, the square root of 12. So for our purposes, we're just going to leave it like this. We're going to leave it as -4 plus or minus the square root of 12 over 2. There is a bit more that you can do here, but this is probably satisfactory for what we're trying to accomplish. So
Okay.
let me know when you get all that down and we'll move to the next problem here.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, so just kind of scanning ahead here, I'm going to start doing the even ones so that we can get up through the more difficult questions. And if we have time, we'll come back and do the odd ones. But this will allow
Yeah,
you to have
well, okay.
have an example in case you want to try some on your own after the lesson. All right, so this is number 8. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of new stuff here. It's just the same thing each time. What's the values of A, B, and C?
A is 1, B is 6, and C is 3.
Okay,
And add both of those sides by 0.
so when there's 0, you don't have to take any action.
Yeah.
So I really need you to calculate B squared minus 4AC on your own. I need you to put the value of B in, put the value of A in, and the value of C in, square, multiply, and subtract. You can do all this. Do you have an answer for me?
Okay. So for that, it's 6 squared minus 4 A1 and C3.
Okay.
And
what is-
that right there, 6, 2 is 30, 6, and then 4 is 1, and then 3, it is -12. And that equals 22.
24.
Oh, sorry about that, 24.
Good. So the next thing you do is you write the quadratic formula. Okay, and this time, instead of substituting in the numbers for B squared minus 4AC, you're going to substitute in what you found it to be. B is 6, so it's -6 plus or minus the square root of 24 all over 2 times 1. So this simplifies -6 plus or minus the square root of 24 all over
Yeah.
2. And there is an additional step here, but I want us to not do it because it's just going to further complicate the problem.
Okay, for
can,
that right there, -6 plus or minus 24.
It's
That
not
right there,
it's not 24, it's the square root of 24.
square root of 24.
Yeah,
And then
and
-6 and the square root of 24.
yes, and you cannot combine them. It's it's impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah, you just leave it as is.
And that's the answer.
Yes, but not fully. There's another thing here, but it's going to take away from what we're trying to accomplish. So what we'll do is we'll do at least one more problem, and then we'll come back and see if we can work out what's left on this. All right, so let's look at 10.
Okay, so for that right there, that is going to be the -3 and 24.
No, this is it. Just leave your answer like this for now.
And that's the answer.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back and look at this. But we need to do a few more problems. I want to make sure you're getting really close to being comfortable with the process, and then we can add in this little wrinkle here to the problems.
Okay.
All right, so let me know when you're ready to look at number 10.
Okay, we'll just do number 10.
Okay, what is the initial problem here? What is on the right hand side, and what do you want to be on the right hand side? What number do you really want here in this position?
Okay.
Let's take just 30 seconds here. We'll take a short break, 30 seconds here, and we'll start back shortly with
Yeah,
this
can we
question.
have a 30 seconds break?
Yes. Let me know when you're ready again.
We're not ready.
I'm sorry, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so if you're seeing my screen, what is the problem with having -1 on the right-hand side? What is the issue with that?
Oh, okay. So for that, it needs to be like a 1 or something.
Well, let's go back and look at the previous problem. What was on the right-hand side? Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing your screen.
What's to the right of the equal sign?
0.
Okay. And this one was not 0, so we made it 0. Now let's go look at a previous problem. This one was not 0, so we made it 0. This
Okay.
one was 0. So what do you see? What's the pattern? You play games. What's the pattern here? What do you want on the right-hand side?
Okay. Right there, you need like a positive number.
No, we want 0. 0. We want 0.
Yep.
We want 0. What's the pattern? What am I always saying? We want
Okay. We wanted a 0. Well, the final one that we need is
So we want a 0. We want this -1 to be 0. So how do you do that? You add 1 to both sides.
yeah. You add 1 by both sides.
All right. What is A? What is B? And what is C?
What is A and B and C? Okay, A is 2, B is 3, -3. C is 1.
Perfect. All right, now this is critical here. You, Sourish, you have to calculate B squared minus 4AC.
Okay. B squared, okay. Calculate B squared. Okay. B squared, it is -3 squared, -4. A is 2 and C is 1.
Okay, so what is -3 squared?
-3 squared.
Yes.
All right, -3 squared, it is 9.
9 minus, what is 4 times 2 times 1?
4 times 2 times 1. 4 times 2, it is 8 times 1, 8.
Okay, what is 9 minus 8?
1.
Very good. Okay, so the next thing you do is you write the quadratic formula. What will you be doing to remember the formula? Will you be writing it down on a reference sheet? Will you have it in class? What do you think will be your best option?
Okay. So, so wait, what was my best option?
How are you going to remember this formula?
Okay, so for that formula right there, for that formula, you just have to use
That's okay. Let's just substitute the numbers in. So what is the value of B?
the value of B is wait, where is it? There we go. A -3.
So when you negate a -3, what does it become?
Plus or minus.
When you negate a negative, it
Oh,
becomes
3, 3,
positive.
3, 3.
Plus or minus the square root. What number goes here?
What number goes there?
Yes.
Okay, -3 squared minus 4. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on. 9 and 8. It's
Okay,
1.
it's 1. That's why we do all this work on the right. So you can just put one number there. 2 times 2 there. What is the square root of 1?
The square root of 1 is 1.
Very good. So now there are two possibilities. 3 plus 1 divided by 4. 3 minus 1 divided by 4.
3 plus 1 divided by 4. 4, 4. Okay. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 divided by 4. It's -2.
There's no negative as after.
Okay, it's just 2.
It's the bigger number is on the bottom, smaller number on the top. This is a fraction. What does it reduce to?
2, 4. 4, 2.
We're not flipping it. What number divides both 2 and 4?
2.
Okay, so what is 2 divided by 2?
2.
2
And
divided by
1.
2 is 1. What is 4 divided by 2?
2.
Okay. On the right here, what is 4 divided by 4?
4 divided by 4 is 1.
All right, fantastic. Let's take a look at number 12.
Okay.
Are you seeing that every problem is exactly the same, just different numbers?
The quadratic formula, it's just like very just confusing.
Okay, so look at this problem here. What is wrong with it? What do we really, how do we need to change this?
Okay, you just have to just you just have to subtract by add by 9, just switch it,
Do you add or subtract here?
add.
Okay, so if I add 9, the right-hand side becomes 18. Is that right?
No,
Okay, so why do you subtract? What is
you have to
this?
subtract because it needs to be just proper.
Well, the 9 is positive here. That's why you subtract.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah.
What is A, what is B, and what is C?
What is A? What is B? What is C? A, B, and C. Okay. 2, 7, 9, -9.
Good. Now I want you to calculate B squared minus 4AC, please.
Okay. Calculate these two. That is 2 squared. Oh wait, I'm sorry about that. 7. 7 squared. A is 2, and C is -9.
What is 7 squared?
7 squared.
Yes.
49.
Okay. Now 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 9 is 72, but the two negatives make a positive.
Yes. Mhm.
So this becomes 121.
121. Okay.
So x equals opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Your b is -7. Your a is 2. Okay, so this becomes -7 plus or minus 11 over 4. And it's two things. It's -7 plus 11 divided by 4 and -7 minus 11 divided by 4.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and get this written down and we'll close out here.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Go ahead and get that down. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Wait. We're done.
Yeah, we're at the end of the lesson here, but go ahead and get this down. I can talk to your dad shortly. Just give me 30 seconds here, please. Hey, Sourish, did you get all this down?
I'm trying to put it all of it down, just need some
Great.
time. I'm writing it down. I'm almost done. I'm almost there. There we go. We got it down.
All right, go ahead and let your dad know we're all done for today.
Hey, Dad. Thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome.
Hello, hi.
Hey, Dr. Keith, so we got through the evens on the worksheet. So I would recommend Sourish try the odd problems on his own
Okay.
for review. If he's got some time tonight, that would be excellent. And as always, I'll send you guys the notes and the link to the screen recording in case you want to look at the lesson later.
Okay.
And we'll just do our normal schedule for next week.
Okay. So he's done with your homework.
I would definitely like to see him do the rest of the problems for homework. That would be really helpful for him. He would
Well,
get a
I
lot.
got all of it down, so that's
Okay.
good. All right, at
Is
least I wrote it down.
he able to do some at least?
Yes, he probably will say that he needs help, but he absolutely can do these. He saw at least 8 examples that were identical. So he can do it. He can do it.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
thanks so
Thank
much,
you.
guys. And I'll see you next time.
Yeah. Next
Have a
week.
great night.
Thank
Bye now. Bye,
Yeah.
Sourish.
Bye.
you.